Alright, so today I'm back with yet another chapter review, and today we will go over chapter 274, which is going to be something really special, as we will see Rin becoming a beast filled with darkness and rage as always. However, we will also see Charles realizing some of his demon abilities as he makes one of the nastiest crosses in the entire series to not one but two players who will have to battle it out, which is going to be absolutely insane, so I can definitely guarantee that it's worth sticking around. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking and let's get right into the chapter. However, before that, please double check that you are subscribed to the channel, as there's 83% of people who watch my video who aren't subscribed yet. So if you could fix that by going down and subscribing to the channel, that would be awesome. And while you're already down there, you can always leave a like and a comment. And with that out of the way, let's finally get into it. So for chapter 274, also called No Longer Rivals, we start off by reading the text at the top for a quick recap on the last chapter. It says, "Just a goal isn't enough. Seeking his own ego, Rin once again heads towards the brink of death." And with that, we see Rin, who's doing everything in his power to keep the ball to himself. The commentator says, again, 3 times, the ball is with PXG, Blue Lock's number 1, Rinatoshi. After that, we get a close-up of Rin's face, which is filled with a mix of determination, but also a ton of bloodlust. After that, we get a quick panel of Isagi, who says that he doesn't get Rin at all. He looks like he's lost in some alternative universe. The pieces around him start to dissolve as he wonders why Rin decided to abandon his goal in the last second, saying that he started from the beginning because the goal didn't suit him, wondering if Rin actually has gone crazy, even asking if Rin is an outright idiot or a monster. He looks at Rin and says that whatever it may be, it's for sure comprehensible. Rin passes the ball to Nanase, who has Corona right ahead of him, so he quickly sends it right back to Rin. But then again, we get back into Isagi's mind as he says that he can't read Rin for the life of him. He wonders what he's supposed to do and how he could ever manage to stop him. We can clearly see in Isagi's eyes that he's beginning to feel irritated as he can't figure out what to do. He says that Rin's plays can't be predicted by logic and that his brain isn't working at all. This new Rin is something that Isagi has never faced before. This creature in front of him is an incomprehensible being, and if Isagi is honest, then he admits that he is actually scary. I would be as well, because just look at Rin in this state. The only visible parts of him are his glowing eyes, which add a striking contrast to his dark and furious aura, which is slowly but surely consuming Rin. Rin goes with the ball towards Isagi and looks him right in the eyes while asking him if this is all that he's got. Isagi only gets more fired up by this as he scratches his teeth and looks back annoyed. After that, it really starts to get crazy as Rin decides to finally take the first step and advance, so he starts by doing some stepovers with the ball. After that, he takes his arm out to try and make it harder for Isagi to stop him. As he does that, he tells Isagi to come with a resolve to die, asking Isagi to come wanting to kill Rin because with such a lukewarm existence that Isagi has now makes him disqualified to be Rin's rival. And as he says that, he absolutely destroys Isagi as he does the same thing Sei once did towards Rin. Rin did a backheel nutmeg on Isagi, who we can see is just lost. Like bro wasn't even able to react even a fraction to Rin's play. Though on the other hand, we have Rin, who looks like a straight up demon. I love the contrast from his image where he did the nutmeg to when he gets behind Isagi and his aura and darkness start to appear again. I don't know what it's supposed to mean or anything like that, but I just think that it looks awesome. And with that, we can say for certain that Rin owned Isagi here. Anyway, after that, Isagi tries to do something, but he ultimately falls down to the ground and can only watch as Rin runs away with the ball. Hiyori screams Isagi's name, while Reichi on the other hand, asks him what the hell he is doing, but their words aren't able to reach the broken and damaged Isagi as he clenches his fists and looks down on the ground, saying resolve and to die for it, basically what Rin told him to get. However, after that, Isagi says shut up, probably saying it to Rin, before saying that he's got it too, and as he says that, he's left his sobby attitude and instead looks like a wild beast right now as he's gotten up from the ground and starts to run. He looks at Rin from the back and says that even though it's probably different from Rin's resolve, no matter how many times Isagi's lost, even if he were to die, he will always be able to be reborn and come back even stronger. And in this small panel, we are able to see that Isagi's puzzle pieces are slowly but surely coming back to him as he says that he's Isagi Yoichi, the genius of adaptability. And now let's just look at this insane panel where we can see that the GOAT Isagi Yoichi is finally back in action. We see his pieces starting to work overtime to come up with a new strategy, and just look at the eyes, they are filled with determined and revenge. Anyway, after that, Rin passes the ball to his side where Charles lies. He calls him an incompetent contrarian and says that he doesn't need any more of his sloppy passes and tells Charles not to adjust them and to just smash it, putting his finger up and telling Charles to give him his impulse. Charles is shocked at first and doesn't know what to say before getting a mean and villainous look on his face as he tells Rin that he's tripping, before saying that he will do as Rin said and give Rin his nastiest pass ever. After that, his aura starts to once again make its appearance around Charles, and we can also see Loki in the corner, whose eyes start to glow up with excitement as he says that this is good and that Charles is finally being guided. However, we quickly leave them and get to Raichi, who screams that PXG is coming and for everyone to get ready. But we also see Zantetsu, who uses his super acceleration to run into Kunigami and is trying to annoy him. But to Isagi, they are all just small fries, as he has to keep close eyes on Kaiser and Rin. Rin is advancing at a rapid pace as he thinks that this is it. This is what he's been looking for. He says that they are broken and that this isn't soccer anymore, but that they should kill each other instead. Personally, I would only allow killing if it were Igarashi, because he deserves the death penalty. Anyway, Rin is coming close to Kaiser, and Charles, who has the ball, gets behind Kiora with a simple sidestep, but he still thinks that this isn't it yet. He starts running scary close to the line, but as he looks into the box and sees Rin and Kaiser, who are battling for their lives, he suddenly stops and takes the ball behind his other foot with his other one, and says that just for Rin, who's gone crazy, he deserves this Rabona cross. And this is just wild. Doing a Rabona in the most intense part of the attack is wild, but I can't imagine anyone else doing it than Charles, so I guess it makes sense. Anyway, he makes the cross, and from out of nowhere, Rin takes his hand on Kaiser's back and starts to run the wrong way, which completely shocks Kaiser. Anyway, the ball is flying over all of the players, and Raichi, who is watching it closely, says that PXG drew them closer in and then crossed the ball to a distant area, admitting that they got them. Hiyori, who is also watching this, thinks that this is a top-level technique and that the only one able to read this pass and react is Itoshi Rin. But this does not turn out to be true, as Rin gets company from our favorite freak in Blue Lock, Shido Ryusei, who comes in with wings behind his back and says that he's a special devil for Rin. Rin is shocked by this, but Shido, with a bright smile, says that he's come to kill Rin and even calls him an unofficial rival. Charles, watching this from the side, is ecstatic as he explains that the nastiest part of his cross is that it's a shooting point that both of them can reach, meaning they will most likely collide. He later tells them to go on and to kill each other, but that doesn't matter to them, as Shido looks super hyped up while Rin looks focused to the max. The text at the bottom says, "From now on, it's unpredictable. Who will seize the coveted goal and reign on the field?" The next chapter will be called Crashoot, and it's also a 22-page chapter, so it's basically guaranteed that we will get a goal in the next chapter, which is just insane. But anyway, let's talk about this chapter. Now, I don't really know what to say, as honestly, I just want to get into the next one and see the goal, but there are still some crazy panels I want to highlight again. I don't know if it was on purpose, but there were so many similarities between Rin and Sei's battle in these two panels. First, this really resembles when Rin and Sei were going at each other in the U20 game, and the next panel is honestly just the way Sei nutmegged Rin. Now, it probably doesn't mean anything, but it was cool to see, as it's like Rin becomes Sei here, while Isagi becomes Rin. Hopefully, that makes sense, but yeah, this panel is just wild. I feel like we have had a panel similar to this one with Isagi, but honestly, it does not matter because it just looks so godly, and I'm so happy that we are finally seeing Isagi locking in and ready to set his foot down. Now, the last thing we need to talk about is how nasty it was for Charles to cross the ball into a point where both Shido and Rin are able to reach it. He really wants to see chaos, and I can't blame him at all because this is going to be insane. I wonder if it will lead to an injury or something like that. Anyway, yeah, these are just my thoughts on it. Please leave your thoughts and theories down in the comments, as I love reading them. If you like Blue Lock and videos like this, then I would highly suggest you subscribe to this channel, and while you are at it, leave a comment and a like, as it helps out with the algorithm a ton. And if you are curious to see another video of mine, then please watch the video that will be popping up on the screen now. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.